Namaste, yogis. Welcome to Glow. Annie Carpenter here. Yogis, you might want a couple of blocks for this coming sequence, but if you don't have blocks, you'll probably be okay anyway. So hop on your mat and let's get started. And this is a short practice today, 30 minutes only. And I like to think of a practice like this as something one of my teachers used to say way back in the day. Every day you do. So this is, come on into Sukhasana. This is a pattern of poses that I not like to make sure I do most every day. And hopefully that'll feel good for you too. So find your seat in an easy cross-leg position. And let's just pause, just to start, just pause, maybe close your eyes. Feel the rooting action of your sit bones and the top thighs and maybe the edges of your feet. And see if you can sense that, however subtle, there's a little bit of a rebound that arises from the rooting below. And see if you can feel that up through the chest, through the throat, out the crown. And then inhale deeply, fill it up. And a slow, smooth, long exhale, exhale, exhale. Let's do that one more time. Inhale fully. Expand in all directions. And slow exhale. Exhale and exhale completely. Blink your eyes open and inhale. We'll stretch the arms forward and up and just create some length. And you can reach through the arms, or you can grab a thumb, or you can interlace and press. See what feels right for you today. Just a few breaths here. I want you to notice the two sides from the two sit bones, the side waist, the rib case. Can you get those arms to go up and soften the back of the neck down? One more inhale, tallest. And then we're going to just pitch forward from here. So if you've got a thumb, release it and start to reach forward from the hips. Bring the hands down, inhale long. And exhale, fold. And you can go all the way down. I'm going to go about 3/4 of the way down today, but feel free to drop all the way in. And I want you to feel that the inner thighs are releasing back and away, almost a feeling of spreading. But let those outer hips feel heavy and heavier. One more in-breath, exhale. And then we'll ease on up, inhaling. And take the hands back as you stretch your legs straight, gently rolling through the chest, lifting up, maybe looking up, full breath. And exhale, release, and we'll change the cross of the legs, yogis. When you're ready, inhale, stretch arms up, maybe grab the thumb or relace, whatever you did on your first side, and find the rooting action, and then go up and up and up, firming the arms towards straight, but also feeling where is your body rooting earthward, and where is your body reaching skyward. One more breath, keep that space. Release the thumbs or whatever you have and start to pitch forward again, sliding forward. And again, go as deep as you like. I'm going to come in a little bit more deeply this time. See if you're ready for that. Inhale long and exhale, fold. Just 2 or 3 breaths here. Notice the sense of the outer hips starting to widen, release. It's a gentle stretch. Letting the front body soften even as it keeps its length. One more big breath. Long exhale. And then use your arms and we'll ease on up. And bring the hands behind you. Stretch your legs out. Roll shoulders back one more time. Let the chest open. Move the shoulders back. Inhaling. And release, coming upright. Exhale. Great, let's keep going. We're going to come right onto all fours. And just a few rounds of cat-cow. Waking up the spine. When you are ready, inhale, back bending. And exhale, rounding. 2 more sets. Find your own pace. Wake up the areas that are sleepy. Exhale. Stay with that breath. One more round. Inhale. Feel those shoulder blades moving out of the ears. And then spread those shoulder blades as you exhale. Good. Let's find the neutral spine. We'll curl the toes under, inhaling, lift the knees. And exhale, head back to the downward facing dog. And a couple of breaths. All right, first one of the day, I presume. So go ahead and find what you need for the first one. So do you need a wider stance? Do you need to bend the knees? And then sensing, just like when we were sitting, can you feel that the inner thighs, the tops of the inner thighs, are reaching as if they were the guides of the whole spine? Take the inner thighs up and back so the front body continues to lengthen. And you may find that over the next couple of breaths, the legs get a little firmer, the heels get a little closer to the floor. Checking in with the hands, perhaps grounding through the palm, especially that inner hand. Wrapping the arms so that you can feel the lengthening and yet the ease in the neck, especially the back of your neck long. And one more breath. Nice and slow. Inhale, plank. Pause to exhale. Another inhalation. Lower slowly. And we'll go all the way down. Ground the toes back behind you. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lengthen down. We'll do two more like that. Inhale, cobra. Please feel free to come higher if you're ready. Lengthen back down. Breath and movement. Inhale. Cobra. And lengthen down. Exhale. Curl your toes, please. Inhale. Press hands and feet. Press to plank. Big breath in. And downward dog. One more breath. And exhale it out. Let's lift that right leg slowly up and back. Inhale. Try to keep your hips square. And then exhale. We're going to step all the way through. Come onto your fingertips. Find a nice deep lunge. Just one breath here. Keeping that front leg and hip stable. Turn your back heel flat. Inhale, reaching the arms wide. We lift to the first warrior. Just a couple of breaths here, getting a little deeper into that front leg. And when you're set, inhale, reaching the arms side and up. Giving the feet extra juice. Sensing the tailbone going earthward, the heart rising skyward. And last breath, maybe bring hands together. Maybe look up. Inhale. Well, let's stay low in the front leg and open up into that second warrior. Adjust your feet if you need to. Come on down just a few breaths here. Notice where the challenge is today. Remembering that some days it's mental, not physical. Settle your gaze if that's the case. It's really helpful. Bending that front leg, weight in the heel. And that softening through the groin in that back leg. Give a little more twist, just the upper body turning. One last breath. Parsvakonasana, reach out through the front hand. And as always, feel free to put that elbow on the knee there. Or if you like, come on down, adjusting the feet if you need to. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, turn. And for today, let's swing the arm down and up into Parsvakonasana, the side angle. And a few breaths here. Stay low in the front leg. Stay firm in the back thigh. And then just see, can you feel that both sides of your torso are actively lengthening away from the root of the back foot? And then any amount, roll the belly up, roll the heart up, and maybe look up underneath that top arm. Inhale. We're going to come right down from here, so reach the top arm forward, turning the back leg in. Find your lunge. One breath. Feel the belly lift so you can lightly step to plank. Inhaling. Lower slowly. Take a little back bend. Inhale. Through the plank, exhale. Down dog. Left leg reach. Inhale. Exhale, we step up. Find your lunge. I'm widening my left foot to the left just a wee bit, setting up for the next pose. Turn the back heel flat. Try to stay low in that front leg, reaching the arms wide, coming up. Preparation for the first warrior. Feeling the depth in the front leg, trying to root that back foot vigorously down. When you feel set in the legs, reach those arms up. Feeling the right side of the body reaching forward. Feeling the front left thigh down and back. Notice where in your body you make sense of those two crossing diagonals. Last breath, reach up. Maybe look up, full stretch. Inhale. And release. We're going to open up into the second warrior. I've got to adjust my feet. Do you? Come on down nice and deeply here. Feeling the vigor, even if it sometimes feels like fatigue, that vigor in the front leg, that softening of the back groin, the spread of your arms. That's it, everybody. Find that gaze, focusing your mind as much as the physical body. Steady the mind. Steady the breath. Last one. Reach for that back arm. And here we go. Parsvakonasana. Inhale, reach out. And again, you can come down just to the elbow there. It's a great way to practice. Or grab your block, or fingers to the earth. We'll drop the top arm down and swing it up, giving a little movement into that shoulder socket. Tail to the back heel. Crown in the other direction. Breathing. Notice that top arm. Sometimes it needs a reminder to spin that outer arm forward, freeing up your neck. Front leg, weight in the heel. And then breathe into your belly. Roll the belly up. Keep that left shoulder out of the ear. Roll the heart up. And maybe even look up. Good. Now for here, we're going to go straight to the ground. So top arm reaches forward. Turn to face the floor as you lift the back heel. Plant your left hand and step to plank. Inhale. Lower slowly to your back bend. Full inhale into that chest. Through plank. Exhale. Down dog. Take a full breath in and exhale it out. All right, let's just walk the feet to the top of the mat. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold and fold and fold. And we're going to bend the knees. Inhale, chair. And slowly rise and press the arms down. Right back in, chair pose. Inhale. Fold, exhale. Halfway, inhale. Now you can step to dog, you can step to plank, or hop right into chaturanga. To your back bend, full inhalation. Through the plank and down dog. Here we go, right leg lifts. Exhale, step up, find your lunge. Inhale, plant the left hand, open up into an easy twist. Exhale, just a breath. Stay in the twist on the in-breath. Lower the back knee down on the out-breath. Inhale here, and I'm going to rotate my front leg just a teeny bit. And then bending the back leg, reach back and find that foot. Stay here, inhale, or if it makes sense, down onto that forearm. Inhale, kick the shin back, opening the top shoulder. Exhale, squeeze the knee in, bending that arm. One more, inhale, kick back, roll shoulder open. One last breath here, lengthen, and roll the heart up to the sky. Get that top shoulder back. Good, let's release the back leg, coming out. Hand comes down. Straighten your back leg, inhale, plank, exhale, and back to downward facing dog. Left, inhale, reach. Exhale, step it through. Inhale here, strong back leg. Plant the right hand, And exhale, open twist. Just a breath or two here. Give that back leg a lot of juice, like it's truly holding up at least half of your body. Inhale into the twist. Exhale, lower that back knee. Angle that front leg out just a touch more if that's helpful. And we'll grab the back foot. Inhale, open the chest, lean back. If it makes sense, lower onto that forearm. And inhale here. Pushing the shin back, rolling top shoulder. Exhale, keep the chest open and squeeze the heel toward your butt. Inhale, return, kicking back, deepening twist, deepening that shoulder opening on the top side. And release. Bring that hand down, 2 hands down, straighten the back leg, inhale, plank pose, exhale. Big breath in, lower slowly. Take your back bend, roll those shoulders back, back and down, chest up, plank, exhale, and down dog. Big breath in, and complete breath out. One more inhale, strong arms, long spine. Start to bend the legs and simply hop onto your shins. Then sit back and take a breath. Good. Hope you're kind of warm now. We're going to do a couple of camels. So to start, and if you're like me and typically do quite a bit more warm up before I do some back bends, I'm going to invite you to put your blocks just outside your feet, and they can be in that second side position or even higher if camel's a challenge for you. If you don't need them, don't use them. All right, here we go. Up onto those shins. Remind the butt that it's not invited to the camel party. Roll your shoulders back. Now I want you to keep those thighs steady, upright, and tailbone grounded. Here we go. Inhale, up to go back. Up to go back. Shoulders out of the ears and down onto the back. And reach back and find those blocks. Maybe first one, use the blocks. Shoulders back and down. Now, feel your shoulder blades. Move them down. And then press the shoulder blades up, widening the back. That's it. Maybe crawl the hands back a little bit more. Final inhale. And then inhale, come on up. And exhale, sit back. Take a breath. Let's take a breath between the rounds. I'm going to set my blocks aside, but if you need them, keep them. And let's set up again for camel. Shoulders back and down. Set the legs. Set the pelvis. They don't move. Up to go back. Big inhale into the chest, under the collarbones. Up to go back. Up to go back. Find your heels or your blocks and breathe. See if you can sense the inner thighs back, the tail to the earth, and the breath moving up under the collarbones. One more full breath. Open up the chest. Ground the shins. And then nice and slow, push down to come up. Inhale through the spine. And exhale. And sit back on those heels. And take a breath. And you know we're going to do a third one, because we always do. Okay, here we go. Last one. Camel. You can take it deeper if that's in your practice. Shoulders back. Ground the shins. That's the base. Up to go back. Up to go back. And I can feel my hips go forward. I'm going to try to keep them upright. Up and back, up and back, up and over. Find your feet and breathe. Feel the line of energy from the tail through the lower back. Make space. Through the mid back. Make space. Get those shoulders out of the ears and move your shoulder blades into your chest. Final breath. Down to come up. Inhale. And sit back on those heels. Exhale. Take a breath. Let it go. Don't you love how you feel after you've done them? All right, let's put the hands forward and we'll step into plank just for a couple breaths. Now feel the midline of your body. Front of the spine, back of the spine, and the 2 sides all hugging in. One more breath. Let's do one final vinyasa, everyone. Inhale, lower slowly. Exhale. Take your back bend. Inhale. Let's take one extra breath here. Feel it's easier now. Full inhale. Stick your tongue out, everybody. And when you're ready, roll through the spine all the way down. Curl your toes. Push to plank. Full inhale. Down dog. Exhale. Okay. I'm going to walk my hands back a tiny bit and wrap my right hand around that left ankle. Keep the left arm firm. Gently pull. I like to keep my left thigh pushing back, so it's a mild twist, a tiny little side bend, just freeing up any asymmetries. And then we'll switch it. Right hand back to dog. Left hand goes across. Lengthen and turn. And then again, press the top thighs back. Pull with the bottom hand, roll the chest around. Left thigh pressing out of the low back. One more inhale. And back to dog, exhale. Final breath, everything symmetrical. Good. And let's lower to the knees. And we'll cross the legs. And come into Dandasana. So spin the inner thighs down. Roll the shoulders back and sit up tall. Just feel this orientation. The uprightness, backs of the legs lengthening to the heels. Still those inner groins releasing. Shoulders back. Notice the ease, the openness in the chest, the length of the neck, the softness of the throat, and the steady gaze. Inhale, stretch the arms up. And pitching forward. Feel your sit bones pointing back, your pubic bone rolling back, the arms, the side body reaching. Grab the feet or whatever you can. Inhale, shoulders back. Feel how long you can be. And as you're ready, start to fold, spreading the elbows, heart forward, crown forward, elbows spreading. There's 2 full breaths, Paschimottanasana, stretching the back body, pulling the ball mounds back if that's available, dragging your shoulder blades out of the ears. One more inhale. And this time as you exhale, drop the arms and let the head soften down. Exhale. And then reach forward through the hands, coming up, inhale. And gently roll down. See if you can roll down vertebra by vertebra. I'm going to scoot forward on my mat, see if you need to. And roll, roll, roll. If you can keep your arms by your ears, it's harder, but you'll get a little more out of it. Totally fine to bring the arms in front. See what's best for you. And rolling, 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 rolling. Oh, there's the hard part. And all the way down. Stretch your fingers one way, stretch your heels the other way. See how long you can get. Inhale. And then exhale. Keep the length as you bring your arms down beside you. Take your left leg to the sky. And take your right leg to the sky. Good. So, Urdhva. And we're going to be here for just a minute doing the Prasarda Padasana series here. So inhale here. And we're going to do it one leg at a time. So I want you to lower your right leg and go slowly enough so that you can feel. I'm going to keep my lower back and my pelvis in neutral. But if you have a lower back issue that requires you to flatten the lower back, by all means do that. Or just don't take the leg as low. And then nice and slow, we'll bring it back up. And the feet meet at about 90. If you need to bend your knees, by all means do. And second side lowering. So it feels like, it's a leg work, but it really is all about stabilizing the pelvis and really the whole spine. But you'll especially feel the work in that lower body, at least if you're like me. Shoulders are relaxed, neck is long and free. And nice and slow, we'll bring the leg back up. And now we'll just do a few of these. I like to call this walking. I'm sure there's another name. But if you can, lower your legs even a little bit, maybe even to 45. And one leg goes down and one leg goes up without changing your pelvis. And we switch at about the 45-degree mark. So you see why I call it walking. And switch and change. And switch and change. So feel the sideways going down. And that's why I like to not flatten the lumbar, if that's safe for you, that it's neutral spine stabilization, neutral pelvis. Maybe one last set. Right. And left. And then both to about 45. Feel it. And then legs come all the way up. Inhale. And exhale, bend the knees, squeeze them in. Let's open the legs, sneak your hands in, and take a little happy baby. And as always, feel free to rock that baby. If you like, you can stretch your legs wide open just for a breath or two. And then bending the knees, bringing them back together. And let's finish with thread the needle, and we'll move it into a twist. So go ahead and grab on the best way for you. I think for most of us, holding on behind the thigh and using the elbow to push. If you like, you can straighten that left leg up. It might take you a little bit deeper, but do what's right for you. You can feel it. No strain in the knee. At least a little stretch in that right hip. Final breath. Right, so I want you to, if that lifted leg, the left leg is straight, bend it. And we're going to keep this shape and take it into a twist. So keep the legs pretty close to you. Bring it to your left and put the right foot on the floor. But for me, the right foot is pretty much in line with the bottom of the pelvis. See if that works for you. And the other leg just drops. Now, many people say that the right foot slides. So you can take that left hand and kind of keep the foot in place if you need to. And then as always in a twist, rolling the opposite right chest to the floor. You can turn your gaze or not. And just a couple of breaths here. And the feeling is that the top right thigh is moving away from the head just a little bit to keep both sides of the low back long. See if you need that. It can be subtle, it can be small. How about one last breath? And then gently come back up. Two legs to the sky, flexing the feet. Inhale. And right foot to the floor, left leg across into the figure four. And reach through and bring the leg up. And find your best way, holding shin, holding thigh, maybe using that left elbow to push the thigh away. Maybe stretching the right heel up. And breathe. I think it's really important to hold these poses a little longer than maybe some of the other poses. Really acknowledging the asymmetry in our bodies. The two sides are quite different for most of us. And just letting yourself know that, right? Remember, at the end of the day, yoga is, who am I? And one of the ways we know ourselves is our sort of ingrained or typical balances, asymmetries. One last breath. And then when you're ready, we'll take it into the twist. So let's put the right foot on the floor. Keep the shape as you take the legs to the right. And again, feel free to hold that foot if it's sliding, and then roll the left chest open. You can take the left arm to the side or cactus. And once you get in and you're getting, it's not the biggest twist ever, but it's a really sweet twist that keeps, for me, it keeps the awareness in the pelvis. So I'm pressing that top thigh and thus the left side of my hip away. So both sides of my low back are really even, which in a word makes the twist easier and maybe even fuller, deeper. One more breath, maybe two. So I want you to notice that I'm giving as much time, not as much, but I'm giving time for the cool down, the quieting, the release work. even though it's just 30 minutes. And what I found that if I just keep pushing and don't give myself this, then I don't feel settled through the day, both mentally and physically. So see if this doesn't help you. And also then Shavasana, even if it's brief, feels really deep and sweet. Here we go. Inhale first. And exhale. Unwind. And let's one more time. Take 2 legs to the sky. Flex the feet. Inhale. Hug the knees in. Inhale again. And exhale. Nose to knees. Come into that tight little ball. Maybe stretch arms forward. And then release. Feet to the floor. Shavasana, everybody. Just a minute here. Stretch your legs out. Let the legs roll in and out so they're happy. Tuck those shoulder blades out of the ears. Long, easy neck. And then a very big breath in. Inhale into your belly. Ah. Feel your face soften. Feel the weight of your bones from toes through torso, arms, hands, neck and skull. Heavy. Let your bones rest down. Notice how the muscles will start to drop, almost a feeling of draping when your bones feel heavy. Observe the quieting of your breath. Slow and easy. And observe the quieting of your mind. Rest fully. And yogis, please do stay here at least another minute or two and let your body rest. And I thank you for practice with me. I look forward to seeing you soon. Namaste.